A surprising, sudden and a stunning exit of Jagdeep Dhankar as the Vice President of the country. And adding to what exactly happened in the past few hours is no farewell speech, no farewell address, and in many ways a no farewell, so to say, ceremony for Jagdeep Dhankar. That raised questions too. Top sources, however, confirming to India Today that there's a reason. And this is not out of protocol. The reason is, according to our sources, that there is no provision of a farewell speech if someone resigns mid-term, which happened with Jagdeep Dhankar right now. Farewell happens when there is a full term that's completed. So that's the latest what has come in. My colleague Piyush Mishra joins me for the latest on that. Piyush, so there are definitely a lot of unanswered questions. Tell me about at least people who were expecting, shouldn't there be at least a farewell address, a farewell ceremony for Jagdeep Dhankar? What are sources in the government telling you?
Well, Pooja, the sources in the government have confirmed to us that there will be no farewell speech. Any kind of program will not be organized for the final goodbye of Jagdeep Dhankar, and that's because of the decision which he has taken, where he has decided to resign mid-term. Remember that his term was to expire in August 2027. Yes. He had to complete his 5th term. But that did not happen. He has resigned midway, and that's why there will be no farewell. That's what the set protocols are also telling us. On the other side, what we are also given to understand is that very soon a notification will also be issued by the Election Commission of India for the election of a new Vice President. Why? Because the post of Vice President of India is a constitutional post and it needs to be filled as soon as possible. The government sources have confirmed to us that it will be done as soon as possible, and soon after the notification is out, a new name will be given by both the sides, from the NDA side, from the India bloc side, and then we will see the entire process be followed in the election of a new vice president. But there will be no farewell. That's what we have now been told.
A quick question, Piyush, because the parliament is in the session. What happens then in the Rajya Sabha right now, as in when the session reconvenes? There would be an acting chair, but we will not see Jagdeep Dhankar here on at all.
Well, Harivansh, who is the deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha, he is already acting as the chairperson of Rajya Sabha. And remember that today in the morning at 11 a.m. The Rajya Sabha resumed, he was also fulfilling his duty as the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, and he was also chairing the entire proceedings. In fact, he has also met with the President of India, and this meeting was also very important. So now, till the time there is no new Vice President announced or elected, Harivansh is going to fulfill all the duties, and he will be sitting there at the chair as he is the Deputy Chairperson of Rajya Sabha.
So, Piyush, no farewell ceremony, no farewell address, and many will say whether this is unceremonial, the manner in which this has happened. However, he has said that this has come with regard to healthcare, medical reasons, and he's aiding to that medical advice. Appreciate you joining us, Piyush Mishra, for all the latest, and I'll keep coming back to you as in when more updates have happened. It's been quite a morning. Remember, this was sort of a late night development. So since morning, what all has happened in our political corridors, and clearly a startling revelation that came in. Sources have said Jagdeep Dhankar was definitely the proximity to opposition line on Justice Verma cash haul controversy, raked up eyebrows. Dhankar took the opposition's proposal, remember, to remove Justice Yashwant Verma yesterday. The government was not aware of this, according to our sources. If the government had been informed, the ruling party MPs would have also signed the proposal, because they appear to be on the same page over this. Just 24 hours after the Vice President's shock resignation, the Ministry of Home Affairs has officially notified the resignation of Jagdeep Dhankar. So it's clear and official now, amid speculation about who will now take on the post next. While Jagdeep Dhankar resigned citing health reasons, reports are claiming that the former VP now had fainted last week also during an event. Dhankar was attending this official Delhi government event accompanied by the Delhi Lieutenant Governor when his health had deteriorated, and then there was an immediate break suggested. Former Vice President Dhankar's scheduled appearance at a Builders Association event in Jaipur was also cancelled. Event stood cancelled after the resignation was announced. But this has definitely turned interesting, and today on 5 Live, we are going to discuss the political aspect of it, how the politics has changed, or so to say, naram and garam when it comes to politics. There are no permanent friends and foes, as it is said. Once the same Jagdeep Dhankar, as a vice president, earlier governor as well of Bengal, was mocked, pushed even for impeachment by the opposition, remember? Jagdeep Dhankar is now at the center of the concern of the opposition. They're constantly asking if there's something far deeper that has happened. And clearly in the political circles, while Congress is hinting at something far deeper, BJP is calling it pure drama. Here's a detailed report of how our netas have reacted ever since this sudden, stunning, surprising exit came.
No, this is political. The government...
The political winds have shifted dramatically around Jagdeep Dhankar.
A senior leader of your party, videographing another member of another party, mimicry of the chairman, mimicry of speaker, how ridiculous, how shameful.
Once branded by opposition as government's mouthpiece and targeted for impeachment. Dhankar now finds unexpected defenders within the opposition. Congress leaders are questioning Dhankar's sudden resignation as vice president, flagging the absence of Kiran Rijiju and JP Nadda from a key parliament meet he chaired on Monday. Jairam Ramesh says the Business Advisory Committee met at 12:30 p.m. on Monday with both ministers present, but when it reconvened at 4:30 p.m., they did not return. Dhankar then rescheduled the meeting on Tuesday. Congress believes something serious unfolded in that window. Congress claims after Dhankar's last meeting at 6 p.m., some BJP MPs were seen rushing to Rajnath Singh's office and claim they were made to sign blank papers. Shortly after, at 9:25 p.m., Dhankar surprisingly resigned.
सरकार की तबीयत में प्रॉब्लम ये है तो उनको कोई ना कोई बकरा मिलना चाहिए तो वो कुछ ना कुछ बहाने बना के बेचारे को उतरवा दिए।
सारा दिन आप काम कर रहे हैं और अचानक आप इस्तीफा दे देते हैं स्वास्थ्य कारणों से, तो ये समझ में नहीं आता है। तो कुछ तो बात है, कोई ना कोई तो बात है, किसी ना किसी बात से तो इतने ज़्यादा आहत हुए कि वो इस्तीफा देने के ऊपर मजबूर हो गए।
हम जानना चाहते हैं सरकार से ऐसा हुआ क्या कि उन्होंने शाम को इस तरीके से इस्तीफा दिया है, कि क्या हेल्थ एक कारण है या उनको किसी तरीके से उन पे के ऊपर कार्रवाई की मांग हुई या कुछ हुआ है।
Leader of Rajya Sabha, JP Nadda, responded saying both he and Rijiju had informed Dhankar about their absence from the parliamentary meeting, insisting that he did not target the chair when he reprimanded unruly opposition benches.
Nothing will go on record. Whatever I'll say, that will go on record. You should know.
The BJP accused the opposition of double standards, questioning it for pushing for Dhankar's removal before and now suddenly rushing to his defense.
उनके दिमाग में काला है, दाल में काला नहीं है। चीज पर आप राजनीति कर रहे हो यार। कोई इंसान somebody is not well, वो भाई बात करते करते अब हम गिर जाएं, आप गिर जाएं, किसी को अगले पल का पता है।
This resignation has unleashed a storm of speculation, accusations and political drama, with much still left unsaid and unknown. With Aishwarya Paliwal and Mosmi Singh in Delhi. Bureau Report, India Today.
So there are definitely a lot of questions that are still unanswered, and I put forth right now 5 big questions that are being asked and that are doing the rounds. On top, are health issues, as have been mentioned by the Vice President himself though, The real trigger for the resignation that came late last night was Jagdeep Dhankar miffed that there were senior ministers from the government who skipped a meeting that he had chaired. This again happened late last evening. The Congress has jumped to mention it that they were there, but senior ministers were not in that advisory meeting. Then there is a mystery of the blank paper signatures. The Congress party appears to be claiming that there were certain BJP MPs who were made to sign on blank paper that was then used against Jagdeep Dhankar as a threat for impeachment or more. Now, the government hasn't said anything on this. But then a question to the opposition. They were the ones asking for impeachment of Jagdeep Dhankar when he was the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. That garam opposition has suddenly turned naram on Dhankar. They are wondering what exactly happened, that he should have continued, why this sudden exit, and more even comments with regard to his health care and treatment. But now the focus comes on Jagdeep Dhankar. Being a governor, being a vice president of the country, what role is in store for Jagdeep Dhankar here on? Let me go across to my colleague Piyush Mishra. He's been tracking all the latest from the parliament through the day. Piyush, how was this morning like? I'm sure a lot of silence, a lot of cautious statements as well. Tell us about how both sides are reacting, because eventually it is about what happened. Did something happen on 21st July night that this resignation came in, or let's take it on face value that this was about the healthcare issues?
Well, Pooja, more than silence, there were a lot of confused faces from both the sides, from the ruling dispensation and also from the opposition sides, because nobody expected Jagdeep Dhankar to resign on the very same day when he chaired the proceedings of the first day of monsoon session.
Correct.
Because we spoke to various MPs who were also part of multiple meetings, multiple deliberations with Jagdeep Dhankar, and they all told us that he did not give a signal. He did not, told us that he was not feeling well. And, everybody was like, and they were asking, why has he resigned? There are many MPs whom we meet every day, and they were coming to us out of the turn, and they were asking as to what is the reason of Jagdeep Dhankar putting down his papers. So there were a lot of confused faces. But yes, there are multiple theories that are also doing round. One about the BAC meeting. During that meeting, there are some opposition leaders who are claiming that when the second BAC meeting, which took place yesterday at 4:30 p.m., the representatives from the government, L. Murugan and Arjuna Meghwal, they approached him and told him that leader of the House, J.P. Nadda, and Parliament Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju will not be taking part in that meeting, which miffed Dhankar, and he decided to reschedule the meeting for today at 1 p.m. That's the one theory. The second theory is that, which again the opposition is claiming, that the government was already deciding to remove him, and for that multiple signatures were also being taken by the top leaders of the government of BJP MPs. But let me also tell to our viewers that the top sources in the government have clarified that those signatures were basically being taken for the impeachment motion of Justice Verma, and that process is also being followed, because remember that yesterday the motion which was admitted by Jagdeep Dhankar, that motion was basically based on signatures those were submitted by the opposition MPs. The ruling dispensation MPs, BJP MPs they did not they did not submit the signatures, and that process was being followed. So there are multiple theories those are now doing round, but at the end of the day, we also need to consider one point, that Jagdeep Dhankar was not doing well for the past many
Correct.
months. We saw he was admitted in AIIMS. He was in and out of the hospital. We also remember that he was on his visit to Uttarakhand when he fell ill, when he had to,
As recently as
take
Delhi,
rest
in fact,
also.
at that event, I think that was the most recent. He definitely had been ailing. So without a doubt, that is correct. We wish him the best of health. That's what Prime Minister Modi has also said in that clear, crisp statement that he's put out. There were health concerns, but that's why, and Piyush, thank you for putting it all in perspective right now. Nevertheless, despite all these health issues that clearly were persisting, the resignation happened out of the blue while the tenure remained. What happened? Let's just take you through the timeline yesterday. Why there's so much political commotion over this. At 4 p.m., 21st July, yesterday, Jagdeep Dhankar, the vice president then, was speaking about Justice Verma's impeachment. Now remember, the government appeared keen on it, the opposition was keen on it, signatures were being taken, a proposal was put out. By 6 p.m., The Vice President also appeared to have met opposition MPs on Justice Verma's impeachment, assuring that the proposal that has come in, there will be an update on it on the impeachment motion the next day, which is today. But by 9:25 p.m. to be specific, from the Vice President's social media handle, the resignation comes in the first line in itself saying, aiding to the medical advice and healthcare, that he steps down and he's been very proud of having served the country and, of course, thankful to President, Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. And that is why many are wondering if it appeared that the schedules were already on block. It was being planned for the next day itself. Why did the resignation come in late last night? Let me now take you through, because all of this, that the questions that are being asked, this was one Vice President and also a former governor with controversies galore around him about the opposition, about the government as well, and how was that hot and cold tenure. Here's a special report on some of the controversies, the backdrop for Jagdeep Dhankar.
मैं जगदीप धनखड़
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि
मैं
20 days short of a 3-year tenure, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has tendered his resignation.
मैं ग्रहण करने वाला हूं.
Dhankar's tenure was marked by constitutional assertiveness, strong parliamentary interventions,
A member of parliament mocking the institution of chairman. As an individual, take on me. Don't take on my background as a farmer.
global diplomatic footprints, defense advocacy, youth-centric messaging, and calls for national unity, all terminating because of health reasons. But while he carried a legacy of legal acumen and assertion, the Vice President also brushed with controversy every now and then.
संविधान के प्रति निष्ठा रखते हैं. ये अम्बेडकर का संविधान बदलना चाहते हैं.
In December last year, at least 60 opposition MPs of the India bloc moved to impeach Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, accusing him of being partisan in his role as Rajya Sabha chairperson.
वे अपनी अगली प्रमोशन के लिए सरकार के स्पोक्स पर्सन बनकर काम कर रहे हैं, ऐसा हमें दिख रहा है.
जो चेयरमैन साहब हैं वो अंपायर होते हैं, वो निष्पक्ष होते हैं. चुन चुन कर सरकार बीजेपी के जो सांसद हैं उनको बुलाया गया कि बोलो आपको क्या बोलना है.
In March, the Vice President made yet another move that wasn't received well by the opposition. He dismissed a breach of privilege notice by the Congress against Home Minister Amit Shah, criticizing the motion as a move to ruin reputations.
कुछ ऐसी ताकतें हैं देश में और बाहर जो भारत की प्रगति को पचा नहीं पा रहे हैं. आप सोचिए.
Dhankar also sparked controversy in April with his fierce criticism of the Supreme Court's judgment, which set deadlines for the President to clear state assembly bills.
Parliament is supreme. It is as supreme as every individual in the country. Part of we the people is an atom in democracy, and that atom has atomic power. And that atomic power is reflected during elections. And that is why we are a democratic nation.
बहुत सहन शक्ति है.
Dhankar's parliament rebukes have a history of their own. Who can forget this moment when TMC's Kalyan Banerjee imitated Dhankar outside the parliament during an opposition protest as Rahul Gandhi captured the moment on cam. It sparked a sharp response from Dhankar.
I have adjourned the house. Imagine a senior leader of your party videographing another member of another party, mimicry of the chairman, mimicry of speaker. How ridiculous, how shameful, how unacceptable.
Last July, the Rajya Sabha chairperson reprimanded Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge for undermining the chair's authority amid opposition protests.
You cannot every time run down the chair. You cannot every time show disrespect to the chair. आप अचानक खड़े होते हैं और कुछ भी कह देते हैं, मेरी बात को समझते भी नहीं है.
You may be sitting on the chair. And I remember when I went to school.
In August, Dhankar hit back at Samajwadi Party MP Jaya Bachchan after she called his tone unacceptable.
I don't want schooling. You may be anybody. You may be a celebrity. You have to understand the decorum.
While spirited in Parliament less than a year ago, the Vice President was hospitalized weeks before the surprise announcement. He was admitted to AIIMS over cardiac-related ailments. Soon after, he fainted during an event in Uttarakhand and was advised to rest. It's been less than a month since then, and the health scares now seem cues that have culminated to the Vice President bowing out. Bureau Report, India Today.
So as it is said, no permanent friends and foes when it comes to politics. But picture abhi baki hai, because Dhankar may have quit. What happens next? The parliament is still on. And now I'm going to take you through what appears to be in the next few days, what can you expect with regard to the Vice President's position and the Chairman's position in the Rajya Sabha as well. Let's begin one by one. Now, for the Rajya Sabha, for example, the Deputy Rajya Sabha Chair, presently Harivansh Singh, already there, has been an acting chair, will take over as the acting Vice President as well. Then comes the role of the Election Commission. Election Commission will set a timetable for the new Vice President election that will be announced perhaps in the weeks or months to come. Now comes in the opportunity for the NDA and the India Bloc to announce their suggested respective candidates for the Vice President election. So it's a full-on procedure that needs to happen again. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members of Parliament will then vote using a single transferable vote, and all of these dates and procedure will be announced possibly in the weeks to come. And then, however, new Vice President has to be elected before September 19, 2025. That tenure could go up to 2027, but the new Vice President will have to be elected before September 19, 2025, barely over a month to go. And that winner will then get to head a full term. It's a 5-year term that the next Vice President will hope to continue. So it's going to be a long procedure. We'll be tracking who then takes over from Jagdeep Dhankar in the Vice President chair and for the Rajya Sabha as well.